Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binaries from other refineries, welcome to the most serious and reliable, credible and professional wrestling podcast in town. That's right, I said professional wrestling podcast in town. That's right, that's exactly what it is. Welcome to episode 1, the very first official episode. The last one didn't really count. Well, it did. Go watch it if you haven't seen it already, because you need to watch it, otherwise none of this will make sense. Go watch episode 0 if you haven't seen it already. But yes, we bring you the latest happenings in the world of professional wrestling every single week. And each week, we pose to you, the tuner-inners, the listeners and the viewers out there, the main event question. But first, suplex the fuck out of that like button. See the wee like button with a wee thumbs up? Press it. Suplex it. Just press it once. But if you're going to press it multiple times, make sure that it ends on the one with the actual like, and you haven't just left it blank. Because that does no good. Doesn't really help at all, actually. So, actually, just be very careful. How about just press it once? Suplex the fuck out of it. Do it! Have you done it yet? Good. I'm waiting. I'm still waiting. You've not done it. Press it. Just press it. Just press the fucking button. Okay, good. Fantastic. Why don't you follow me on Twitter at DeadEndOld. Or should I say X, as your kids call it these days. I'm old school. Main event question from last week was, you guessed it, folks, who is your favourite wrestler? Huh? So, who's your favourite wrestler? Let's see what we got last week. Some of you tuner-inners did indeed answer once the episode went into the wild. But we need more of you to comment, please, in the future. Jesus fuck. Marksy! Straight in there. Marks has said, hard to choose a favourite wrestler. Era I enjoyed the most was the Attitude Era. So I'd probably have to say The Rock. But Shawn Michaels is the GOAT. Says Marksy. Thank you for that, Marksy, you legend. Then we had Jagsman's favourite wrestler. Jagsman said, what? Web Simps? They were talking about... Wait, what the fuck? This is nothing... Jagsman! What's this got to do with anything? They were talking about a 2-night rumble, so don't give them ideas. Oh, there you go. There we go. Been a Cena mark, says Jagsman, for years. Missed out on getting to see him in 2007 due to torn tit. Wait, so what, was he supposed to be in Scotland or something? At a show? And you missed him because of the torn tit? And I was at the Rumble 2008 at Madison Square Garden, where he actually did come back. He surprised everyone in 2008. And number 30. A moment I'll never forget, apart from the fact I've already forgot it because I've got aphantasia. Drink! Camp Jagsman said his favourite wrestler is Chelsea Green because she is great. Don't mind about your Chelsea Green. Maria, you've got to see her. Maria Kane says, so my fave is Randy Orton. Yes, he is a 3rd generation wrestler and sexy with it. And I did write, I think I know someone who might agree with you on that. Damasceo. And we also have Greg Cherry. Whoa, Greg Cherry. Bam alam. Whoa, Greg Cherry. Check out the jig. Check out the jig. Derp! Check. There's a reason it's called the Derp. Check out the Greg Cherry brand on YouTube. He says, Shawn Michaels. Another one for Shawn Michaels. Also, the 2026 Rumble is going to be 2 nights. There you go. You heard it here first, folks. Basically, we've got Jagsman and Greg Cherry both confirming that the Rumble's going to be 2 nights in 2026. Wait, is it? Is that not in Saudi Arabia? Isn't the Rumble in Saudi Arabia? Is that going to be 2 nights? Jesus. Well, there you go. I never knew that. You learn something every day. Alright, so thank you very much. Basically, you can send your answers to this next main event question by commenting on the YouTube video. Comment down below on this very episode once you see the actual question appear for this week. Let's get rid of that one, actually. That's a good point. Let's get rid of that one. Professional outfit, ladies and gentlemen. An absolute banging professional outfit. I know exactly what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm... Hello? Can anyone tell me what I'm supposed to be doing here? Pressing what am I doing again? Doing that, and then doing this, and then we need to change the question. Alright, okay, to this week's... Alright, okay, calm down, everyone. Jesus, by the way, what a beautiful studio. You have to admit. It's getting more sexy by the second. Especially with wee Lita over there in the bottom right corner. There's Lita, fakey baby. So yeah, you can answer simply by commenting on YouTube. But you can get early access to this question. Becoming a web sub. Or press the join button. Become a channel member. And you will get early access to every episode. And you'll get first access to the main event question. So you can actually answer it before everyone else. So the main event question. That's right. The main event question this week is... You ready for it? It is... who should John Cena face in his final match? Who should John Cena face in his final match, which I believe is on December 13th? I will be emotional. I'll get drunk as fuck watching that show. Throughout the years, John Cena's given it his all. Hate him, love him, all in between. You have to admit, guy's a fucking legend. Guy's done a lot for Rasslin. Can't believe he's retiring in December. It's still kind of crazy. So there you go. Who should John Cena face in his final match? Get your answers in below right now. That is the main event question. I'll read some. If we actually got any answers for web subs / YouTube members, I haven't actually looked. I will. I'll read them out at the end of this episode. So thank you, everyone that got in there early, and make it a habit, And also, all you guys watching right now, just leave a comment on the most professional wrestling podcast of all time. A lot of interference going on in here. I need to get a new microphone. I said it on that OTG podcast. That's right, brand new podcast about OTG. Check it out. A lot of interference going on in this room tonight. I don't know why. We need a new microphone. We need an SM7B like Joe Rogan has and every other fucking podcaster on the planet Earth. I'm going to have to join them at some point. Let's face it. If I want to be serious, I need an SM7B. But yeah, most wrestling podcasts are pointless and stupid. And once again, well, this is the most pointless and stupidest wrestling podcast. So let's get on with the thing. The show. WWE Clash in Paris just happened on Sunday. Myself and that Maskio, we watched it live through horrible internet issues. That reminds me of better phone Virgin Media. Through horrible internet issues, we watched it. What did you think? Feel free to leave a comment below. What did you think of the show? There is a poll available. I'll have a look at it in a second. Go to the reactionroom.com/poll to get your votes in. Let me have a look. What actually happened? All that I remember is John motherfucking Cena. Speaking of the devil, speak of the goat. Speaking of this guy, he faced Logan Paul, and it was two back-to-back matches John Cena has had, and he's been absolutely fan-fucking-tastic. Let's have a look, see what the old Wikipedia is saying about it, shall we? Clash in Paris was a 2025 professional wrestling pay-per-view and live streaming event produced by the American company WWE. It took place on Sunday, August 31st, 2025, at the Paris La Défense Arena in Nantes, France. It's in France. And was held for wrestlers from the promotion's Raw and SmackDown brand divisions. It marked WWE's second pay-per-view and live streaming event held in France after Backlash in May last year, 2024. And it was the first in the Paris metropolitan area. My brother stays in Paris, right? He lives in the Paris metropolitan area. And I forgot to tell him, John Cena's going to have his first and last time pay-per-view in Paris. I just realised, actually, it says the event featured John Cena's first and only appearance at a pay-per-view and live streaming event in France. Surely it's a PLE these days. What the fuck's a pay-per-view? The event was also the last WWE main event roster pay-per-view and live streaming event to air on Peacock. Peacock in the United States. As these events will begin airing on ESPN's direct-to-consumer streaming service. There we go. That's what we were talking about last time. Alright, so let me just have a look at the actual matches. The attendance was 30,343. That's actually nuts. And if you watch the show, the crowd were absolutely fucking nuts. It was actually insane. So we had Roman Reigns opening the show. Curtain jerker, Roman Reigns. He defeated Bronson Reed in a singles match. The match itself went 22 minutes, but I feel like the whole opening took nearly an hour. It was fucking fantastic. And at the end, Paul Heyman tried to get in Roman Reigns' good graces again. But no. What happened? Roman Reigns took his shoes back. That's right, folks. He got his shoes back. You gotta love professional wrestling. Roman Reigns got his fucking shoes back from around the tribal... No, not the tribal chief. Around Paul Heyman's neck. And then I think he signed them and threw them into the crowd. And as he was doing so, Braun Breaker appeared and gave him a spear for his cheek. So it was awesome. I really enjoyed it. The angle went on forever. He got taken out. As it was happening, it became very apparent that Roman Reigns was taking some time off. And I believe he's going to film Street Fighter. Who the fuck's he playing in Street Fighter? Because Cody Rhodes is in Street Fighter as Guile. Street Fighter movie. Roman... I can't remember. The cast of the upcoming Street Fighter movie features a star-studded group including some people I don't know. Oh, Jason Momoa's in it. Blanca, that's going to be interesting, actually. Roman Reigns is Akuma. Jesus fuck. Okay, that'll be interesting. 50 Cent's in it as Balrog. Fascinating. But, I mean, obviously we're going to watch that when it comes out. I have a feeling it's going to be the worst. I mean, there's already been a worst Street Fighter movie of all time. And it's still the best. So I guess we'll have to compare the two when this new one comes out. But yeah, Roman Reigns, he's fucking off for a while. So we won't see him again in WWE for a little while, I think. I don't know how long it's going to take him to film. Maybe a month or two? I don't know. Anyone know? But yeah, I enjoyed it. He was taken out. He got tsunamied to death by big Bronson Reed. And Shane Helms, Hurricane, just stood there and done nothing. But up next was the White Six versus the Street Profits. I enjoyed the match. 13 minutes, 10 seconds it went, apparently. And that seemed longer. I liked the Street Profits came out with Borderlands 4 inspired gear and actually wrestling gear. And it looked awesome. I thought it was very cool. I'm a Borderlands fan, the video games. Looking forward to playing the new one, perhaps. But Nikki Cross was there. Nikki wanted to play. She was under the ring at one point. Nikki wants to play. I have to say, Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis, I quite enjoy them as a tag team. I think the Uncle Howdy thing's still a bit ridiculous, but, we'll see what happens. They retained their tag team championships. Then up next was Becky Lynch, an absolute classic, 5-star classic. Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella. That actually went 13 minutes and 7 seconds. Interesting. 3 seconds shorter than that tag team match, because it felt like an eternity. Watch your neck, Nikki. Remember, I was actually featured on, what was that show they had? Total Bellas. Was it Total Bellas or Total Divas? I can't remember which show it was. I'll let you find out. But they featured me going, "Watch your neck, Nikki!" You try to dig out that footage because it's quite funny. But, I mean, do we need to say anything about that match? No. It was there. A few minutes were good. Just a few. Whoop! Whoop! Smarky bitch alert. Up next was Rusev beating Sheamus by submission, of all things, and a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. Now, that was a good match. That was a great match. They were beating the shit out of each other. I enjoyed it very much. Myself and Nat enjoyed it. That went 20 minutes and 8 seconds. I like the fact you get the times on this. Never really think about how long matches go. But hey, it is a professional wrestling podcast, so I guess we have to do this now. Go over the times and such. I was surprised Rusev got the win, but I guess, he needed it, let's face it. Rematch! Who wants a rematch? I do. Some kind of cage match or something crazy. They need another crazy match. Then it was John Cena defeating Logan Paul by pinfall in 26 minutes and 20 seconds. And ladies and gentlemen, that was the longest match in the card. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for John Cena and Logan Paul. John Cena was unbelievable in this match. So much so I even tweeted about it, saying, John motherfucking Cena. He's had back-to-back matches that were tremendous. I don't know what's next for him, but we've got the main event question. Who should John Cena face in his final match? He set the bar very high, I have to say. These last two, this most recent, this little stint of John Cena matches has been very surprising. Highly enjoyable. So, I'm going to cry my eyes out. Tune in, you can watch us in December 13th. Watching John Cena's final match. And who's it going to be against? Let us know. Comment below right now if you haven't already. And remember to press that like button, because it does actually help when you're doing public videos. Don't usually say that, because I haven't done a public video in fucking ages. Most of our stuff's through membership through thereactionroom.com, or press the join button. But I would highly recommend web subs. But if you're on YouTube, you're just more convenient. It's more convenient for you. Press the join button, bitch! Please press the join button. Thank you for your support. The final match was Seth Rollins defeating CM Punk, Jey Uso, and LA Knight by pinfall. Fatal 4-way match went 24 minutes and 29 seconds. The ending was very interesting. It appears that Becky Lynch has joined the Vision. So that'll freshen things up. Looking forward to seeing what develops there. I thought the match was good. But it was tough following that. I can't believe, I was even saying that on the stream, I can't believe that I actually said it's going to be tough to follow that John Cena match. I actually said that. By the way, if you want, you can watch our full reaction, myself and that's full reaction, I think it's 4 hours long, of WWE Clash in Paris. If you press the join button, it will be available to you right now. You can watch our full reaction back or become a web sub. same thing. You can get all our previous reactions on there as well. So that was Clash. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good show. I thought it over-delivered, actually. I'm not going to lie. And I'm looking forward to seeing what the hell develops, to be honest. One thing about France, though, these rabid fans. Poor wee Rhea Ripley. She's trying to get into her Uber. And she got, like, kind of, guys were just, there's all like guys kind of swarming her, right? Almost like not letting her get into her Uber. And getting very much in her personal space. What did she say? I think she said, let's have a look. Let's go to Rhea Ripley's Twitter. X. Whatever the fuck it is. Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley said on Twitter, this is before, I think this was on the day of Clash. She said, remember, we are people. Do not swarm at me or anyone like a pack of rabid zombies. No one should ever be pushed up against an Uber driver's door and completely mobbed like I just experienced. Use common courtesy and humanity. No means no. What the fuck? Yeah, there was like a bunch of guys like totally in our personal space. Right over like one guy, there's a photo, one guy's like looking over her shoulder at her phone. And she's just like, can I get into this fucking Uber car, please? So come on, wrestling fans, stop being weirdos. You're already weird enough. The fact that we watch wrestling, we're already weird enough. We don't need to be absolute fucking creeps. They announced a Royal Rumble tour, which I was surprised at to see. The dates popped up during Clash. I was like, what the fuck? It took me off guard. I was like, wait, a Royal Rumble tour? Because Glasgow's on the stop, one of the first stops. I think it's like the 10th of January or something. Which I'm like, it's going to be fucking freezing. It's a bit risky. Come into like Europe. It's like a European thing. It looks like. With like Raws and Smackdowns in Germany and Ireland and over the fuck England. But it's in some house shows. So I think they're coming to Glasgow. We might try and go to that show. But like I say, it depends on the weather. You could get snowed in. Who knows? I find it quite bizarre, but I guess because the Royal Rumble's it's in Saudi Arabia in January, so I guess they're trying to get as many people. I guess as many people won't be travelling to that as they usually do. So deciding to do this pre-Rumble tour. So that'll be interesting. Have a look. Let me know if you go to Glasgow. And I might see you there. Who knows? We watched Raw. That's right. We actually watched Raw, myself and Nat Maskio. As I was eating my dinner, watched Raw like normal people. It was on at 7 p.m. It's kind of crazy watching Raw or any wrestling at that time, because usually it's on at like 12 or 1 a.m. for us. So it was quite refreshing. So we managed to watch Raw in real time. And I've just drank stale water. It's been lying there for days. This is the one I need. Raw was good. Can't even remember what the fuck happened, but it was good. That's all I'm going to say. If you watched Raw, it was good. Enjoyable. I have to say though, Becky Lynch. Let me just say that about Raw. Becky Lynch, that segment with CM Punk and Becky at towards the end was amazing. Peak Becky Lynch. I thought she was absolutely amazeballs. And that's right, so when I said Becky Lynch joined Division, she turned up at the end of that match and gave CM Punk the blow at the balls. And then on Raw, she was amazeballs. So there you go. I think the poll results were generally favourable. There was no thumb. It was thumbs up, thumbs in the middle, thumbs down, or didn't watch the fucker. A few people didn't watch the fucker, and then there was thumbs up, thumbs in the middle. I think it was majority thumbs up, thumbs in the middle, no thumbs down for Clash. So if you thought otherwise, go to thereactionroom.com/poll right now. Why don't we have a look and see what's happening in the derp sheets this week? Let's take a look at what's been reported in the derp sheets, shall we? If I can remember how the fuck to do it. Boom! Flashbang right in my face. Jesus fuck. There we go. Oh, let's get rid of the old... there you go. Who should John Cena face in his final match? Get it answered now. Let's get a look at the derp sheets here. Right, what we got here? Bandido praises Tony Khan following Jake Hager criticism. Oh, that's right. What was going on with Jake Hager? It's not Jake Hager talking shite on a podcast or something. And FTR got really upset. He's done multiple interviews of late where he's taken shots at Khan and criticised him as a boss. Interesting. I haven't actually read anything about it. I'm very grateful with him. You know, he always believed in me since day one, Bandido says. Tony was very excited with me since PWG shows. And I'm just happy to be here now and that Tony believes in me. I just want to say thank you to Tony, thank you to all the company, and thank you to all my partners here because it's such a great locker room. Sweet. Yeah, I saw Jake Hager was stirring shit. I need to find out what he was talking about. What's this? Ric Flair doubts Chris Jericho would get Cena-type WWE send-off. You think? Who's going to get a Cena-type WWE send-off? Ric Flair doubts that Chris Jericho would get a John Cena-type send-off if he were to return to WWE. Well, speaking with Escapist magazine, by the way, I'm reading from the Observer. There's Brian Alvarez's face. Escapist magazine for the interview, Flair was asked about the rumours that Jericho could return to WWE when his AEW contract expires at the end of this year. Flair spoke highly of Jericho as a person and performer, but said he doesn't think WWE would give him a final run like Cena is currently on. You think, Rick? Well, says Rick, of course I do, because Chris has meant a lot to the business. Flair responded when asked if he thinks Jericho deserves a final WWE run. But I don't think he'll get it. I'm sure he'll go to the Hall of Fame. I mean, he's been a Hall of Fame athlete, human being, wrestler, everything. But I would doubt very seriously if he'd get the kind of deal that John Cena got. I could be wrong. Yes, you're wrong, Rick. I would enjoy it. But John had a level of popularity very similar to The Rock's. He was huge. Everyone loved him. It might be a bit of a stretch to see him back in there, but you never know. WWE return would mark Jericho's first time back with the company in more than 7 years. Christ. Dude, that's actually insane when you think about that. 7 years Chris Jericho left WWE. That's the longest he's ever been gone. I think he makes a comeback. I think we need to see him in the Rumble or something. Break the walls down! Or do we get I'm becoming a bit of Judas in there. What else have we got? WWE. Oh, here we go. What's this? Wait, what? What does this say? Nick Hogan suing Bubba the Love Sponge over Hulk Hogan's sex tape documentary. Oh, the derp sheets are fucking steamy this week. Nick Hogan suing Bubba the Love Sponge, okay. But what's happening here? This is the first time hearing about this. Nick Hogan is suing Bubba the Love Sponge. For those who don't know, Bubba the Love Sponge was... he was like Hogan's best mate. Like... he was like shagging his wife. Right? I'll raise his face again. He was shagging his wife on that sex tape thing, right? Let's find out. This is what this is about, apparently. Hogan, on behalf of his father's estate, filed a lawsuit in a federal court in Florida, according to TMZ. Another professional outlet like myself. He is claiming that Bubba's upcoming documentary, Video Killed the Radio Star... Jesus Christ. Wait, hold on. He's claiming that Bubba's upcoming documentary is called Video Killed the Radio Star, the untold story of the Hulk Hogan sex tape scandal. That's a mouthful. Why did that pop me? Oh, God. Let me say it one. I just need to say it one more time. Oh, shit. It's quite a sad story, but let me read it. So, once again, he is claiming that Bubba the Love Sponge... What I mean... What is life? He is claiming that Bubba the Love Sponge's upcoming documentary, Video Killed the Radio Star, the untold story of the Hulk Hogan sex tape scandal. I can't say that with a fucking straight face. Infringes his father's copyrights and trademarks and is looking to stop the documentary from being released. Oh, Jesus. The lawsuit reportedly claims that the documentary, set to be released later this month, featured unauthorised images and video footage from the tape in a trailer Bubba recently released. Is there any depths that Bubba the Love Sponge won't fucking lower to? Hogan also accused Bubba of violating a settlement agreement he and Hulk agreed to when the tape first leaked in 2012. That's when it leaked! That Hulk Hogan sex tape with all the stuff in it, everything. Agreed to... That was in 2012? God. Part of me wishes the Mayan calendar thing was correct and the world was had ended in 2012. Maybe we wouldn't get to fucking see that shit. Not that I ever watched it. That year, the now defunct Gawker website released footage from Hulk's sex tape featuring him with Bubba's former wife, Heather Clem. Is that her name? What is wrong with me this morning? Heather Clem. Jesus Christ. Hulk Hogan and Heather Clem. Fucking as Bubba the Love Sponge watched. Hulk sued Bubba and the two reached a settlement shortly thereafter. Hulk additionally sued Gawker for defamation, winning that suit. Additional footage released from the tape revealed Hulk using racist language, which ultimately led to him being removed from WWE programming for a time before being brought back. Hulk would continue to be featured in WWE programming until his death in July. I still can't believe he's dead. But there you go, guys. That's the derp sheets are delivering today. Oh, do you know what? That's plenty. I think that's fucking plenty of the derp sheets for me. That's that's plenty. Oh, I had to take a minute to breathe. I was still laughing. Oh, anyway, that was the derp sheets. Thank you. Episode 1 has arrived in style. Absolute highlight of this podcast's short history so far. Anyway, but what kind of show would this be if we didn't have our very own pro wrestling journalist lurking in the wings? He's back! Unfortunately. I give you the rag.
Hello, backstage news and industry scoop lovers. It is I, the Rasslin Aggregate, or the Rag.
Hi. So, what you got for me this week?
Well, hello to you, Chris Pop. Don't you want to know how my date went?
Date? What date?
I went on a wee date to a fancy cinema. They had real toilet paper and everything. It was class.
Oh, and what did you go and see?
It was a brand new wrestling documentary starring Dennis Stamp. He wasn't booked on a show, and, well, I don't want to give you any spoilers, so just go see it for yourself. But be warned, if taking a hot date, there's a very, very explicit scene with lead actor Dennis Stamp involving a trampoline and dumbbells. Ah, the perfect aphrodisiac.
Was it like a 25th anniversary of Beyond the Mat?
I'm not sure. I had eaten 5 Turkish delights laced with mushrooms. Luckily, I got an Uber. All I know is Dennis Stamp is fucking sexy.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but Dennis Stamp is fucking dead.
What? But he was just on a trampoline in his wee pants.
Aye, 25 plus years ago. Was your Uber a DeLorean, perchance?
R.I.P. wee Dennis. I'm glad you got booked.
Oh, spoiler alert!
Let's kick off today's scoops, shall we?
Aye, let's, please. Did you get any new sources? Sources.
I got a lovely selection of new sources, yes, thanks for asking. For example, Sunny, real name Tamara Lilo and Stitch, has been named as this year's most downloaded celebrity on the internet by America Online.
It was a DeLorean, wasn't it?
Oh, balls. Looks like I picked up the wrong copy of WWF magazine. Sunny is absolutely stunning, though.
Aye, 25 fucking years ago. Why not just, why didn't they have a quick look at Wikipedia for a quick catch-up?
Great idea, Christopher. Why didn't I think of this before? Goddamn Turkish Delight mushrooms. Wait, what's this? Sunny side up, in through the back door? Good God, is that even the same woman? Holy fucking shit, it gets worse. Is that a mugshot? Wait, she did what? Oh no, fuck this bitch. Ugh.
Well, now you know. I didn't want to break your heart.
I guess those sunny days are well and truly over. Much like AJ Styles in France. But seriously, fuck that skank. I most definitely need new sauces.
Do you have any, I don't know, demos, ratings, demos?
Demos? Like my Amiga format floppy disks or my PlayStation Magazine compact disc demos? Because Abe's Odyssey and Rayman were the dog's bollocks.
Demo graphics.
The graphics were fucking awe-inspiring. 25 plus years ago, maybe that Uber was a DeLorean after all. My date did look exactly like my mother in her salad days.
So seriously, nothing for us again?
Oh, relax, Christopher. I always deliver. The Rock, real name Dwayne Jagsman Johnson, received a 15-minute standing ovation at the Venetian's yearly anti-steroids convention. He was so annoyed that Big Dave Bautista was ranked higher than him as a Hollywood actor that he has decided to follow suit and get off the gas and make an actual good movie for once.
Oh shit, really?
Yes, he's lost a ton of muscle and was brought to tears during the ovation. They also premiered his new movie where he plays the role of wrestling superstar Dennis Stamp. It's called The Trampoline Machine.
Sounds like an Oscar-worthy performance from Dwayne. Anything else?
Ah, yes. AJ Lee, real name April Jenny Mendez, will be making her triumphant return to WWE on SmackDown this Friday in Chicago after a 15-year absence.
Finally, an actual scoop. I've been waiting years for AJ Lee to come back. Absolutely love her. On SmackDown, though. Not like a PLE. I don't know about that.
What in the fuck is a PLE? But yes, SmackDown. It has been 100% confirmed to me by my sources that this is most probably only my opinion and or completely made up by me.
Good to know. Good to know. Hey, who should John Cena face in his final match? The main event question.
Reality? Yes, that's it. He should face reality and get that head shaved.
Nah, he's got those hair plug things now.
Well, in that case, he should face the best in the world, of course. Shane McMahon.
Yes, here comes the money. Don't sue me for those yes chants, WWE.
Indeed, here comes the money. To be the man, you have to beat the Shane McMahon. Exactly.
That's what me and Greg Cherry have been saying for years. Absolute GOAT. Best punches in the business. So we'll see you next time then.
Of course you'll see me next time, Chris Pop. Goodbye, everyone. I am the rag. I am always on the rag. Period.
I don't think that's a very good catch for you, and he's gone. Moving on. Quickly. Let's go to our first ever ad.
Ever wanted to waste a Friday night by watching a couple of wasters getting wasted on a Friday night? Well, now you can. Join DeadEndOld and NatMasKO at 9 p.m. every Friday night, live right here on this very channel. Why not waste your precious time on this earth and make live requests in the live chat as they butcher some of your favorite songs by attempting to sing them live after talking absolute pish for hours and hours on end while you waste away waiting for your request. So join the couple of Wankstains live this Friday night at 9 p.m. and get the fucked up on this very channel. Dag!
All right, let's take a look at the derp tweets. facts, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Matt Cardona up first. My hot wife, I'm Chelsea Green, is a poser. So she's wearing a WrestleMania 2000 t-shirt and it looks like she's eating breakfast or something.
Babe, WrestleMania 2000.
Oh my god. What the...
Well, name me one match that happened at WrestleMania 2000.
I got the shirt for free.
I know, name me one
No.
match. Name me one match.
I literally couldn't.
Okay, so here's another trivia fact. So
I couldn't even tell you who wrestled in 2000.
WrestleMania 2000, it wasn't the 2000th WrestleMania, right? So what WrestleMania number was it really?
16.
No,
22.
no,
17.
no.
I don't even know what WrestleMania it is now.
Babe,
That's fucking quality. Got to love Chelsea Green. Matt Cardona. This is, so what's this? This is the shit I was talking about earlier. Cash and I were at the all talent only meeting that was called by Brian Jericho and Mox, Tony Never Interrupted. This is the derp sheet. Daniel, yeah. That's them going back and forward. What's his puss? Jake Hager. Talking absolute bollocks. We got into that slightly earlier. What's this one? Why does this look so big? Hold on. A bit better. What's this? Breaking news. This is David the Melandra Jr. AEW President Tony Khan said they were going to memorialize. How do you say that word? Memorialize Taz into the rafters at 2300 Arena on Saturday night, part of AEW Collision. That's cool. That's fucking sweet. I mean, that would be in there. It's a nice wee building. Roman Reigns on What's Your Story with Stephanie McMahon. This is from Fightful Wrestling, as you can see. Roman Reigns says he doesn't want to stop being a WWE wrestler to do other things. Well, I mean, loads of people have said that. Especially your family members, Roman. Look at big Dwayne Jagsman Johnson. Gonna to film his Dennis Stamp movie. I don't want to stop being a WWE superstar in order to wear other hats. I'm always going to be a WWE superstar. I'm always going to be Roman Reigns. I think John Cena said something very similar back in the day, and to be fair, he's stuck with that until he's retired in December. Fightful Wrestling again. Brandy and Cody Rhodes welcome their second child, Leilani Ella Runnels, into the world. There you go, boom, shock. I think everyone was kind of shocked at the fact that they kept that secret. There you go. Congratulations to Cody and Brandy and their second child. There we go. Welcome to the world, Leilani Ella Runnels. We are in love. Thank you. God answered prayers. Cody plus Brandy plus Libby plus Lani equals love. Cody said, 3 taps on the ground, my Leilani. I read that one earlier, the Rhea Ripley. What's this? Treat me like a human or I must start acting like Rhea Ripley and no one's getting shit. That's Rhea Ripley with a message to people via Instagram stories, according to WrestleOps. There's Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn, literally September 1st, 2 days ago, finally made it, and it was biblical. What's he referring to? Yes, Sammy! Look how happy he is! He's at the Oasis with his wife. Awesome! Absolutely fantastic stuff. Sami Zayn's a ledge. Sean Ross Sapp. This is incredibly cool touch to the Calibrain Shop. John Cena says he's not able to face everyone who influenced his career, so he's incorporating their moves into his matches. That's why he was doing those moves in the Logan Paul match. That was awesome. He did a fucking Styles Clash. I forgot to mention that. Unbelievable. Watch a reaction back, if you're a member or a web sub. And by the way, if you want to be featured in the derp tweets, all you have to do is follow me on Twitter, which is dead_end_old, and at me now and again in some tweets if you want to be featured in this segment. Like Greg Cherry, the last one of the derp tweets here. Greg Cherry brand on YouTube. Greg Cherry simply says, Shane McMahon literally jumped off the Titantron, crashed through glass, and survived the Main Street Posse. Tell me he didn't deserve at least one WWE Championship run. He says hashtag hot take. I don't think that's a hot take at all. Let's just quote tweet this live. Hashtag not a hot take. Boom. Hashtag not a hot take. Post. Boom. There you go. Greg Cherry Aswood. That gives you an indication how when I recorded this podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Derp Tweets. Fantastic. I enjoyed that. So, thank you very much. We're at the end of this episode. Episode 1 is officially coming to a close. All that is required of you, Shooner Inners, all you have to do is answer the main event question. In case you forgot it, it is: who should John Cena face in his final match? And let's see if we've got any early answers. I don't know if we have. I'll have a quick look, and just bear in mind, if you are a member or a web sub, you will get access to these early main event questions. But if you're watching this now and you want to answer it, I'll read your comment out next week. I'll read your answer out to the main event question next week. Who should John Cena face in his final match? Get your answers in right fucking now. Anything goes. Okay. Let's have a look if we've got any. Okay, we've got some. Shawnee Boy over in the web sub. He says, John Cena's final match. Ah, yes. A tricky question to answer. There are many options to go down for the big man's last match. I mean, do you have him face off against one of his greatest rivals? Someone like an AJ Styles, a Randy Orton, or a Brock Lesnar? Or do you have him put a young talent over? Braun Breaker or Oba Femi? I have no idea. That's how I answer your question, Christopher. I have no idea. I'd say put someone over in the tradition. But do you have Cena, the GOAT, on his back, going out? It's a puzzle. And a puzzle Hunter Hearst Hitler has to come up with. I don't think that's his name. Soz for wasting your time. It will happen again. Yours sincerely, Shawnee, formerly Big Chungus, owner of Shawnee PLC. There you go, there's Shawnee Boys. He brings up a good few points there. Actually, Shawnee Boys just brought up the best points for you to consider. Who should he face in his final match? I'll give my answer in episode 2 right at the end. Mike Keys! I've got another one. Mike Keys says, I'll give you 2. Excellent. First, for me personally, it would be AJ Styles. Their 2 matches were phenomenal. Pun intended. Would love to run it back, since AJ said he's going to be done soon as well. Okay, I like that. I like that answer. Second, says Mike Keys, picture the scene. I can't, I've got aphantasia. Drink! It's in the morning, I don't drink alcohol in the morning. Cheers! Mike Keys says, picture the scene. Cena is in the ring. He calls out everyone in the back. Wants to see if anyone has enough ruthless aggression to beat him in his last match. Anyway, that's a fucking good angle. We should do that. Kurt Angle's music hits. He comes out and rolls him up. Cena goes out the same way he came in. Boom. I like the idea of the ruthless aggression thing. Who has ruthless aggression? Get fucking Braun Breaker or someone out. Definitely not Kurt Angle. As much as I love Kurt, definitely not. But I like your out of the box thinking. Okay, and last but not least, I believe Brian Doyle. Brian Doyle's answer. I have 2 answers. The realistic one and the unrealistic one. The realistic one is Gunther, even though he doesn't need it. The unrealistic one is Hiroshi Tanahashi. The ace! Mate, I would mark the fuck out if that was the case. If that was the actual case. Wait, I said last but not least, let me just double check YouTube members. That was from, last but not least, from the web subs. Let me just double check. I can't remember where I put the post. Where did I put the post? No! Found it! Last but not least, Dragsmad says, 2 simple words Nothing else. It just says, Drew McIntyre. Well, there you go. Jagsman's going for Drew. What do you think? Who should John Cena face in his final match? Get your fucking answers in right now if you haven't done so already. And that's it. That's episode 1 done and dusted. So thank you, tuner-inners. I love you all. Thanks for choosing to tune in to the first official episode of the most serious and reliable, credible and professional pro wrestling podcast in all of the land. The Suplex that like button on YouTube. Subscribe and all that bollocks, and leave a 5-star review in the comments section of iTunes. It's not even on iTunes. It might just stay on YouTube forever. But do it anyway. Remember one thing. We're all marks. And everything's a work. Motherfucker!
Fucking ridiculous.